Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash Cole. Click that like, hit subscribe, become a member here on YouTube for plays, entry level capper, one play a day, make money, two or more. This is part two for Saturday. Let's go ahead and hop right into the slate. Start with the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox. Now, the Battle of Chi-Town has this game minus 110 both ways. Right now, 72% of the ticket count, 85% of the handle is on the Cubs. Only 28% ticket count, 15% of the handle here. Setting with the Chicago White Sox. 8.5 is where the total sets. 64% of the bet, 74% of the handle going over the 8.5. 36% ticket count, 26% of the handle leaning towards the under. Now, really, really good pitching matchup here. Jamison Talion, 2-2 with a 3.94 ERA, is going to get the call for the Cubbies. Davis Martin, you could argue he's the Cy Young leader in the clubhouse right now in the American League. 5-1 with a 1.62. He's been absolutely incredible. Now, the White Sox and the Cubs, they're tied right now on Friday night. But when you look at it, White Sox, they had just swept the Royals. They had won 5 in a row going into Friday. So we'll see how that plays out. But this White Sox team has been extremely hot as to where the Cubs going into Friday, 1-4 their last 5. But the Cubs have dominated the White Sox. They've dominated the city of Chicago, 10-1 their last 11 head-to-head matchups with the White Sox. Now, with the Cubs, 6 straight games have went under the total, and 5 straight games on the road have went under the total. Here, White Sox, again, they're a 5-game winning streak going on to Friday, 8-1 their last 9 at home. They and the Cubs have played to the over, however, 7 of the last 10 meetings. Listen, anytime you get a pitcher of Martin's caliber this low, you got to take him. Chicago White Sox, you got to get to the window with him. Davis Martin at minus 110 at home, 5-1 with a 1.62. Sometimes when you make a bet, the biggest thing you got to look at, hey, if I win the bet or if I lose the bet, would I have still made the same one? This is one of those situations I would still make the same bet. Milwaukee Brewers at the Minnesota Twins, next game get into. Right now, the Brewers laying $1.26. Plus 105 to come back here on the Twinkies. 69% of the bets, 90% of the handle laying the price with the Brew Crew. 31% ticket count, 10% of the handle taking the Twinkies. 8.5 is your total. A lot of love towards the under. 57% of the ticket count equaling 72% of the handle going towards that under. Now, your pitching matchup, a little unorthodox here. Logan Henderson, 0-1 with a 4.15. Connor Prelip, southpaw for the Twinkies, 1-1 with a 3.32. Not enough for me here to look at as far as the history of the starting pitchers. Not enough for me to kind of hop in on this one. I'm just going to take a pass. I would look something towards the over 8.5, though, if I was betting the game. Texas Rangers at the Houston Astros. Now, Friday night, I said I lean Spencer Arrighetti because he's been really good. Rangers laying $1.44. Plus 120 is the comeback on the Astros. 76% of the ticket count, 80% of the handle is on the Rangers here. 24% ticket count, 20% of the handle on the Houston Astros. 7.5 your total. Ticket count 50-50. Money is not. 94% of the handle on the total headed towards the under. Now, K-Wei Tang, 1-3 with a 3.12. He's been awful solid. But I got to go with the Rangers here. Wow, Jacob deGrom, I've backed him for years, and he's pitching really well. 3-2 with a 2.62 ERA. He's been really, really good here pitching for me and making money for me over the years. So anytime I get deGrom under $1.50, I'm game. Now, heading into Friday, the Astros have actually beat the Rangers 4 of the last 5, but the Rangers 4-1 their last 5 games overall head into Friday night. I like the Astros on Friday, but I like the Rangers here on Saturday with Jacob deGrom to get home here. So I will be back in Jacob deGrom. Next game on the board, Boston Red Sox at the Atlanta Braves. Now, I gave the lean out on Spencer Strider Friday night. I didn't give it as an official play to the Break the Board sports players or the members here on YouTube, mainly because I just didn't like the price. It was over $1.50, and I just didn't want to go that high. Now, the Braves are laying $1.43 here on Saturday, plus 120 the comeback on the Red Sox. 76% of the bet, 63% of the handle is on the Braves. 24% bets, 37% of the handle on the Red Sox. 8 is where our total sets. A lot of support for the over here in the early going of this number being out. 64% of bets, 75% of the handle looking towards the over. Now, Peyton Tolley, Southpaw, has been really good for the Red Sox, 1-2 with a 2.78. The problem is he's going to run into a buzzsaw called Bryce Elder, 4-1 with a 1.81. Elder's been absolutely, and Fuego's been pitching so well. If you look at Elder over his last couple starts here for the Braves, 2 runs, 1 run. He had those back-to-back 3, but his last outing against Seattle, 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs allowed. He struck out 9. He was just absolutely awesome. Now, Peyton Tolley, he's been good. His last outing against Detroit, 7 innings, 1 hits, 2 run. Didn't allow an earned run, though, and struck out 8. But the Tigers, kind of a woeful team there. I lean Braves. It's not a heavy lean by any means, but I lean Braves or nothing here in this game. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Appreciate the support. The Battle of LA, City of Angels. Speaking of the Angels, Dodgers at the Angels. Dodgers laying the $1.36 plus 115. The comebacks on the Angels. 79% of bets, 83% of the handle is on the Dodgers. Hopefully those bats come alive at some point in time. 21% ticket count, 17% of the handle on the Angels. Now 8.5 is our total. 73% of tickets is equaling 76% of handle going over the 8.5. 27% ticket count equaling 24% of the handle under the 8.5 in this one. Now, when you look at the pitching matchup for this one, Justin Robelski, Southpaw of the Dodgers, going to get the call, 5-1 with a 2.42. Jose Serrano, been fantastic, 6-2 with a 1.66. Now, the Angels have actually beaten the Dodgers 7 straight going into Friday night. We'll see how that game plays out. I lean, if you can find a 9, I would lean under the 9 with this pitching matchup. Right now, the under 8.5, only 27% tickets and 24% of the handle is headed towards the under. So, again, if you can find the 9, I would take it. The last game we want to hop into, the Sacramento A's and the San Francisco Giants, the Battle of the Bay. That was the Bay. Here, A's, Mazadar, 30 plus 110 on the Giants. Now, again, big flip-flop here. 35% ticket count equaling 70% of the handle is on the Giants, as to where 65% ticket count equaling 30% of the handle here on the A's. A high total setting at 10 for this one. Trevor McDonald been solid for the Giants, 1-0 with a 2.92. Luis Severino, 2-4 with a 4.07. I like the Giants here plus the price. I like I didn't give out the A's because when I did the show it was Mazadar 47, but right before late Friday it got to $1.28. I bet the A's myself. We'll see how that catches in. But I like the Giants here at the plus money for Saturday. RJ Cash Cole, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, information to help you with your handicap. Whether you fade or follow, I hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicap.